Hello, everybody. Welcome to Eating Peace this week. Persistent thought, worth inquiry. So worth inquiry because we see the stress and the pain that comes alive with it. And that is, I just can't get this right. I can't get this eating thing right. Look at this body. Here's my proof. Look at the evidence. Notice what's wrong. What's wrong? Just can't get it right. Must not be for me. I don't fit into that getting it right group. Can't get it right. So full of mistakes. Haven't done well. Off the wagon, off the right track. There's a right way and a wrong way to do this, and I'm doing it the wrong way. The great first question as we sit in the work is that actually true? I love this question. Is it true? Is it the truth? Is it solid? Is it for all time the case? Are we sure we have to get things right in order to have a happy life or a successful life? I mean, I sure notice that is not the case for me. Gotten so many things wrong. And here I am, conscious, alive, living, being whatever this is for the temporary time I have on planet Earth, learning. Love how Byron Katie once said, I love being mediocre. Mediocre, nothing special in a way. Human being. Have to get it right, and I can't get it right. Is that actually true? Is this doing it the right way, following the right path? Is that clear, and is it required for being human, being happy, being comfortable, feeling peaceful? Who would I be without that story? Just watching what it's like with the story. Endless hunt for getting it the right way. Really looking to the mind to see what are the rules, what are the conditions, what needs to happen, plans, making lists, making sure I don't eat that and I do eat this, and looking in the mirror and thinking wrong, wrong, wrong. Self-hatred, criticism, trying to enforce change through fear and through violence. Look at you getting it wrong. Pull yourself together. What's the matter with you? And I know it can feel so harsh and so difficult, very painful, watching the suffering. So this amazing question, who would you be without this thought? It's amazing that we can imagine using that mind that thinks, allowing it to wonder what it's like without my thoughts being true. Who would I be if I didn't believe the thought? I can't get it right. I need to get it right. This just eating right thing is never happening for me. It's been all the things that go with it. Without any of that, because we don't know if any of that is true in this exact moment. I mean, anything that's happened in the past is gone. It's over. Anything that's coming up into the future has not yet happened, and it was just a prediction. So right now in the moment, I love noticing, and it took a while for this to happen in the work, to be completely honest, is just aware that who I am without a thought is simply being, and quite expansive, that peace is available right here in any moment. There's activity, there's weather that's happening, there's rainstorms going on, there's thunderbolts and lightning, there's feelings coming and going, and thoughts bursting out like geysers out of Yellowstone National Park. And always behind everything, falling back behind everything, like the screen a movie is playing on. There's the screen a movie is playing on. We've heard that metaphor, or the sky that everything is inside of. But just feeling, wow, here, without a thought about it, without a thought or a judgment, a decision, like a critical belief running that we think of as true. What is believing something? Believing, repeated thought. So even if something is making noise, endlessly. I have a heater humming in the background right now. It's not my thought that that shouldn't be talking, should be making noise. My mind shouldn't be offering these thoughts and feelings. Without a belief that anything that's being said is true. Just not true, not true. Open question mark. There's a peaceful place. There's something peaceful there. Consciousness, quiet, silence, well-being. Could it be well-being is here? In a way, rightness, like the way a boat rights itself when it gets kicked over or toppled over by the wind, it kind of pops back up for floating, coming back to right balance. Could that be the natural way of it? Everything's always moving back to that. Always moving back to that. Always being in that. Could that be the case? I just kept noticing, wow, this emptiness and empty space and mystery and vastness and consciousness. It is peaceful. It's quiet, without a thought. I do not have to get it right. Turned around. I do not have to get it right. I don't have to get anything right. Still here, despite getting so many things wrong, quote unquote wrong. Still here, present, here, showing up, eyes open. My thinking is not getting it right. My thinking is just throwing out ideas and giving me suggestions and offering advice. Doesn't know what to do. Maybe I don't need to depend on my thinking to get it right. I don't have to have perfect thinking. What is thinking? Just perception of what is. Just all we need, and a willingness to be aware that what we're thinking can't absolutely be true every second of every hour of every minute if it's stressful. So, especially when there's judgment, criticism, self-hatred, assessment of the self, I'm not getting it right. My thinking's not getting it right. And I, whatever I is, the center of myself, consciousness showing up, aware, having a body, but not being the body, is here. Just getting it right, because that's what it's doing. Couldn't get it any other way except for right. Couldn't get it any other way except for the way it's getting it. It's okay. Something steady, something alive, something present. Here. It's really taking in that it's possible to have no mistakes. There are no mistakes, as Byron Katie brings to us, offers us. What if there are no mistakes? And that doesn't mean you begin to say, oh, but then wailing, how terrible it's been. It was so awful. I thought, I lost my entire 20s to eating disordered life. No mistakes. No mistakes. All the learning there. Okay. Suffering happens. Joy happens. Love, peace, the screen that everything is happening on, and that I'm connected and in contact with that. Because here I am, open, ready, having a mind that's running, awake, everyone awake. So just seeing, bringing just that awareness into this process. Not true. Who would I be without that stressful thought, without that stressful story? All right. Just being there, staying there just for a moment, because it can be nourishing, very nourishing. Lots of love.